It's Pete from Cheap Homesteading, and today we're going to be working on the Massey 35, and we're going to be installing a new rad. It's getting a new rad this morning, and I want to say thank you to my friends at Fridayparts because they sent out a brand new aluminum rad, and it looks absolutely wonderful. Fridayparts has a great website. They got the rad we just got today. They have injectors. They've got a lot of undercarriage parts. They've got everything you need to keep your equipment up and running. So they are an absolutely great resource trying to find some harder to find parts, or even maybe some newer injector parts, emissions parts. They have a lot of it on their website, and I am going to put a link in the description so you can head over to Fridayparts. Let's install the rad. This is what we're going to be working on. It's the Massey 35. And when you order these rads, you got to be careful because there's a different rad for every tractor engine combination. So the Massey 35 came with a Perkins gas, a Perkins diesel, a Continental gas. So you got to really make sure you order the right rad for it because they will not fit. So we're going to talk about safety a little bit. I am working under the loader right now. If you do, make sure that you have a cylinder stop on your cylinder. You do not want the loader coming down on you. So let's start this repair. In behind the rad, there is your drain valve, and you got it. They're always tight. There we go. And it will make an absolute mess. Something must be plugged in my drain. I'm tightening that back up, and we're going to maybe take the bottom rad hose off slowly. Under the rad, there's two bolts, and it bolts it down to the frame, and there's one here, and hopefully these nuts come loose. There's a cotter pin holding that rod in. You pull that out. There you go. Okay. There we go. The rad is out. We got the rad off, and now we're just going to transfer the shield from the old rad to the new one, and then we should be able to start installing it. So I'm trying to line up the old fan shroud, and it really didn't fit very well. They have new style bolts on the either side of the rad to hold the fan shroud, so they didn't line up. So I had to mark the fan shroud for the new bolt holes and what I had to grind off to make it fit. And then we're going to just drill new holes and fasten it to the rad. So now it fits a lot better, but the bolt holes are just slightly off. I am going to have to grind just a little bit more on some of the holes just to make it fit really nice without having to force it. Okay, so there you go. The rad is installed. The fan isn't touching the shroud. Everything is installed, so we can start filling this up. I like checking if the drain plug is tight. There you go. It is ready to go. We're going to fill it up. The rad installed, she's filled up with coolant. We're going to try to start this thing up and get the air out of it. And it's a good idea to throw a pail underneath the rad. This is your overflow tube. So it is going to push out the excess coolant out of the rad, and it's going to push it into the bucket. And if you don't do that, it's going to actually push it all over your floor. So we got to make sure you put a bucket under it. So make sure if you run this in a building that you at least get the exhaust out. I use an old drain pipe on the tailpipe to get the exhaust out. Let's see. Ooh, something tinks. What is it hitting? It's right here. I can just see it. We're gonna tap that back. Okay, let's try that out again. What happens? Nice. Let's fire it up. I could have done without that, but we got the airlock out. We're going to top this up a little bit more, and then it should be good to go. I find these Continental motors seem to do that. They won't bleed until the thermostat opens. One thing I do know is somehow this rad runs just a bit cooler. I think it's got more cooling capability than the old copper one. It might not be so much that it's copper, but that one's probably getting plugged and it doesn't transfer as good. So I'm pretty impressed with that. So we're going to get the rad on and we're going to get the tractor out and we'll run it a little bit. The part number for this rad is an updated part number, so it's not quite exactly the rad that went in this tractor. And there was a little bit of tinkering that I needed to do to make this thing work. But I do think it's a reasonable amount of tinkering. Part of it is my hood got damaged on the front. I had to pound that out. You would have to do that anyways. And the first thing I had to do was shorten the hose. This hose, someone replaced, and it's not the original one. And it was pushing the rad out this way, so I had to shorten it. I did that. When I went to put the fan guard on, I had to drill new holes for the fan. I noticed that this rod was tilting the rad forward, so we're gonna have to shorten that still, but once that's shortened, that will be good. And the front of my hood is dinged up, so I had to bang it out a little bit, and it was hitting here, so I kind of bent down that edge, and now everything fits really good. The rad is in, everything is good to go, so we are going to try to drive the tractor out of here. So there you go, the Massey 35 with the Fridayparts aluminum welded rad is installed. I wanted to say thank you to Fridayparts for sending out the rad. And I am going to put a link to their website where they have lots and lots of different parts and a link to the rad in the description. So if you have a Massey 35 or if you have any other model, head over to Fridayparts. They got a lot on the website. So anyways, that's about enough for today, and you guys have a good one.